Welcome back to Campaign 3 of the Holy Rollers. I'm Stephanie, your Dungeon Master. We're joined by Joffrey, who plays Rorn Baelgor. We're joined by... This is going to be a whole thing now. We're joined by Dennis, who plays Lytle de Fernden. We are joined by Jesse, who plays Riker Tor. Um, the dragon is actually my husband who's recording for us tonight, so ignore that. We're also joined by Kyle and Rachel, who play two halves of the same character, Genji and Kenji. And we are bereft of dear Brandon tonight, who would be playing Red Netherroot, but instead I will be Jaegering the cardboard cutout of our favorite Grave Domain cleric. Um, this is, I think, session 20 at this point of our campaign. So if you've been with us this long, thank you. We've noticed a little spike in our subscriptions or people who have subscribed to us on YouTube, and we can't thank you enough for believing in our story and for engaging with us on that. Leave a comment below since it is Christmas week. This is the Christmas Eve. Let us know what your Christmas plans are going to be and what you hope is going to be under the tree this year. We reflect with gratitude on the best gift of all, which was our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ coming to earth, shedding a throne, and all of the many perks of being fully God in that moment, and coming to earth as both fully God and fully man to live a sinless life and die in our place because sin requires payment, and just all of the many things he had to go through on our behalf. And if you ever want to know more about that and how your sins can also be atoned for, please reach out to any of us. We were more than happy to talk to you about it. You don't have to check your intellect at the door to be a follower of Jesus. We rolled for prayer, as is our custom. And we are going to be led before the Lord by, Rachel. So, Miss Rachel, would you please
No,
take us?
Kyle.
Yes, Kyle. Oh,
Correction,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Kyle, then take us before the Lord.
All right.
You're one
Precious.
person anyway. It's fine.
Exactly. Precious Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this time to come together with friends, family, and loved ones, Lord, to play this fun, loving game that you created. I ask for blessed rolls on both sides of the screen tonight, and may they tell a comical story that praises your word and your way, Lord. And I ask this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen.
So, who would like to go for recap? Okay, Mr. Joffrey.
So we established a group name, tentative though it might be, with the Disillusionists as we entered the gala and were welcomed in. And what followed is a evening of sporadic little vignettes. Rorn danced with the Lady Isolde and her granddaughter for majority of last session. Genji pickpocketed two people and had to cover dance the second one because he almost got caught. Riker did he changed his face for one part and then went looking for information about mage unions and the various guilds and which ones to look for and which ones to avoid, and got some information on one specifically that is anti-empire. Red spoke with Lyra telepathically, saying, "Honey, I miss you," and then spoke with the captain of the guard at an old statue to find that one of the previous winners of the arena incited a rebellion that is still technically active, and there is unrest under the surface that may just need a little bit of help. And finally, Lydell do what Lydell do, danced with, unknowingly, the granddaughter of the old woman that he stole from at the market, had its change of heart and put 5 platinum back in, and was then accosted by another beautiful woman who happened to be one of, if not the leader of the present Red Hand assassins that are after us, and through coercion, threats, to which Lydell is undeterred but begrudgingly aware of, They are going to be breaking into Seal Bearer Tumult's office to try and get into the vaults for something, and they need Lydell's help because he got one of their people in trouble because he stole on their turf. At which point, Red also happened to notice that the ghosts of the previous owner that has the tuning fork that we need was at the ball and was looking at said Stillkeeper's office. So the group is having to assist with this heist, and Rorn is preparing his dancing shoes to act as a distraction.
Nice job. Very good. Take your inspiration, sir. Excellent work.
And if I
So,
remember correctly, one of the areas that we ended was Lydell was walking away from said beautiful woman
yep.
um after telling her to basically piss off.
Buzz off,
Um
yeah.
and had through the sending that had been opened by Genji earlier, explained everything to them. Or was getting ready to when he heard Red say something about the tuning fork would be in the vault or in this area.
Hmm.
So I would say that at that point, um, Lido will quickly explain everything that happened
And you're
and let them
communicating
know.
telepathically with the group because you're all
Yes,
still connected.
Right.
and as he turns around to look for the girl again, and when he finds and sees her, he is going to create his own because he can do that telepathic link.
Hmm.
He's going to create that to tell her that I will be taking on this role. It
Uh-huh.
will be a group effort. Um, and you will tell your crossbowmen to stand down.
Um, she is sulking kind of over by the wine table, um, like here. And she
Like that.
gives you a look over a elegant glass of wine that says, "I'm going to need you to say that to my face."
And uh, she says that to me telepathically as she says it.
Yeah, this is her. She is going to basically give you the typical woman's response of, "You can apologize to me in person, or you can stick it where the sun begets to shine."
This is where Lytle is about to blow everything up, quite honestly. Um, Lytle tells her, I will come over and apologize to you, but I will not repeat what else was said in the open because there are ears everywhere. So I will say it one more time telepathically. I will help you, and so will my group.
She rolls her eyes, downs the rest of the wine, shrugs, and makes her way in a casual sense towards the seal bearer's office. And on the way around the dance floor, she gives Rorn a uh, look because she had heard him say, uh,
Send me your best dancer.
"Yeah," and makes a hand gesture, and out of like the bush here in the corner steps a woman who is unfortunately sort of clad for business. She is wearing a little too much roguish attire, but as she steps kind of free of the shrubbery, you see her rip off some of the leather, the pauldrons and the tool belt. And without all of that on, she looks a little bit like a gymnast. She looks almost like a circus performer. And you see her crack her neck, swing her arms, put on a winning smile, and stride towards Rourn. Sorry, I've got her token a little bigger than necessary. Nope.
You're fine.
Not too big.
So, Stephanie, just so you know, I'm saying your like DM side of everything.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You're seeing the
So-
roll 20, yes?
Yep.
That's fine.
Okay.
There's no other way to do it, unfortunately, without Brandon here. So, okay.
Okay.
Now I signed into Roll20 off of this, well, through Discord, but through another link. So
Yeah, yeah. So the only way we could screen capture what was happening in Roll20 on Discord was if I shared this tab of my screen. And sorry, it is what it is.
No worries. I just didn't want you to accidentally give me something.
No
So-
worries. I've got other stuff in other tabs, which is hidden from you guys. So I think we'll be okay. Willow smirks as her compatriot makes Roran's acquaintance and joins up with Lytle to casually loiter a few feet from the seal bearer's office. She looks at you and whispers, "And just what are your friends going to do about these guards?"
Lido looks at her and just does a curtsy bow and says, "Just watch and find out, young lady." And in his mind now, he has broken off the link with her at this point,
Yeah.
the telepathic link.
Yeah.
The heck did I just do? There we go. He's not playing around too much with her, but he's talking and he says to Riker and Rorn, we need to do whatever we're gonna do, and Red and Genji, we need to do what we need to do to get into this office.
Now, hearing this,
All right.
as
I'm
the
going
music,
to... Hold on. Let me do mine first and introduce you first. Okay. So I am going to. So Riker's going to start by. He is going to cast hallucinatory terrain.
Oh.
And this is the kind of the vibe that he's giving. It's going to slowly just start crawling out with these giant trees propping out of everywhere, and just the trees are going to go over and just kind of cause everything to kind of go in shadow. I'm going to non-serendipitously or non-suspiciously make the door very shadowy and also kind of cover the balconies so that there's still crossmen blowing in they can't see. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to cast what is this one? I believe it's Minor Illusion. And it's gonna give the whole like announcer voice. Ladies and gentlemen, and I present the dance off of the evening. And I will shoot off a celestial burst and just like full on and the moon, like the trees will move out of the way of the lights just enough to pour a spotlight right on Roran. And
This is like a Lion King, can you feel the love tonight kind of vibe, even though there's no romance involved. You know, the moon's shadow plays over the dance floor, highlighting the serene, angelic beauty of Rorn, juxtaposed with the whippish, sharp kind of darkness of his dance partner. You don't know this woman. You don't even know her name. But she has winged eyeliner that looks like it could cut you, and probably more than a few blades that could do the same.
visible?
That you can see.
Inwardly, Riker. Outwardly, steps back, puts his like one hand on the small of the back, leans forward to offer.
What you expect is her hand. What you receive in your palm is her foot. As she steps into your hand like a cheerleader, vaults off of it in a somersault backwards and ends in like a bow of with a daring kind of smirk over her face. She is in this to show you up. She may not be in it to kill you, not without orders, but she still wants to win.
Slight smirk, moves his head slightly. A crack like the sound of a tree splintering at one stroke, just as his neck. It's like
It's too bad we couldn't magically enhance that.
I know. Oh
oh,
gosh.
you don't have to. So I say let's put a pin on this, as I feel like
Yeah.
the attention has gotten got. We can do the dance off in
Yeah.
conjunction. Let's get the heist team on their way.
We had originally been in some form of initiative. Let's rejoin that initiative. Or better yet, we'll just do the three who have not gone yet, and then we'll go back into initiative per normal. So, Lytle's gone. Rorn has gone. Red is gonna basically just loiter, so he's not gonna do much, and that leaves Genji, Kenji, and Riker's already gone. Yeah, so that just leaves Genji, Kenji. What do you guys want to do?
You're muted.
There you go.
Yeah, so Genji is going to bonus action hide, and since he's kind of off to the side anyway, so he can stealth over to the door.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
I get advantage since I've added all the trees and
Yeah, I'll
shadows
allow
for
it.
him.
I will allow it.
Okay. 26, 28, 28.
Okay. To the plebs that are lining this dance floor with oohs and ahs on their lips to watch Rorn and this incredibly flippy little rogue go at it, you are hidden.
Do I make it to the door?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you count feet. So gimme like right about there. Is that a good spot?
Sure. As long as I'm not within view of the guards, I'm good with that.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. We'll put you here then. Sorry. Cool. Let us rejoin initiative immediately following your turn would be Lytle. So Lytle, what would you like to do?
So Lytle will stealthily make it to Sealbearer's door
Mm-hmm.
and then op- pick it to open it. You know, check it for alarms and everything, and then try to get in.
Okay. Roll me a perception check to check it for traps and alarms.
25.
There is a bar across the door, locked in place, with a keyhole, and you sense with your kind of the secondary nature of yours that is sorceress, you sense magic in that bar in the form of kind of like the alarm spell. And you get the sense that if it is not unlocked properly, alarm will sound.
Um,
Because it
so I
never says how
probably
thick the wire has to be the alarm spell.
right. I'm curious as to whether or not I can detect how to undo it.
You sent, yes. So roll me an arcana check.
Here we finally get to a check where I'm not going to be that great at.
Hmm. You're only good at everything.
18 plus 2 is 30, 20.
Yeah. See, I knew you had it in you. You get the impression that if you timed a burst of magic into the keyhole at the same time you flip the last tumbler of the lock, you can trick alarm into thinking that the magical key that is its match has been utilized.
Can I tell whether or not it's a uh say can it be any kind of magic like a cantrip, or does it have to be
Any
a
kind of it,
special?
you imagine the magic bound in a key is not incredibly powerful. No need to like
Okay.
jam a fireball into this door. Um, that you should probably aim for a cantrip that is not quite not too super showy either, because you don't want to
Yeah,
blow your
that's what I
cover.
was thinking. Um, okay. So he is going to try to unlock, and this is what's going to happen. As
All
he
right.
is unlocking it, when he gets to that last thing, he is going to cast the cantrip mending on the bar.
Ooh, okay, excellent choice. Not showy, not flashy, no makes no sound.
Yeah.
Roll me a sleight of hand to pick the luck.
Okay.
Now, this is going to
Uh,
be a slightly higher DC than what you're used to because you're also simultaneously working a spell in
right.
the opposite hand.
Okay. So 17 plus 13 is 30.
That is the DC, sir. Excellent job.
Wow. Okay.
I warned you.
Well,
Um,
no, I'm glad he's so high on his rolls because
Same. My gosh, if he wasn't like a plus 400 of everything, I would be in a the campaign would go a lot slower. We'll put it that way. Um,
we would be in jail.
yeah, we, we'd be playing a very different campaign. It's called Jailbreak.
Yeah.
Kyle Genji, also same deal. If you weren't good at what you did, we'd be so screwed.
If we weren't good at what we did, then we wouldn't be playing what we're playing.
That damn
Exactly.
straight.
Yep.
By golly, yeah. No, if here's the thing, everyone gripes about min maxers, min maxers. You need a min maxed rogue, or the campaign fails to move. It's awful. Good
Pretty
job.
much.
The lock pops. The alarm is not sounded, and the door opens about an inch. Um, you
Okay.
previously have checked it for traps, so there's no traps waiting for you. I'm just
Right.
assuming you're not swinging the door open fully in this moment.
No, at this point he's going to listen for any noises inside, any sense that there's somebody inside.
Roll me another perception check, and that'll probably be all the action economy you've got this
Yeah.
turn.
15 plus 10, 25.
Sounds empty. You don't hear any movement. You don't hear any voices, and it's dark inside the office.
Um, what are the guards doing?
The guards are positively transfixed by Rorn and this flippy little rogue lady's performance.
Okay.
Plus, with the shadows and the trees and the you know Cirque
Yeah,
Cirque du Soleil levels of light work
right.
that's happening above us, you are, even without a stealth roll, your passive stealth is enough to not be noticed by them.
Awesome. Okay. That's
That is
everything
your
I have.
turn, Mr. Riker. What would you like to do?
So Riker is just enhancing the performance. I'm making
Mhm.
celestial bursts like dazzling, and it's like
Mm.
it's just happens to be right in front of the guard's eyes, so that there's like shot with like night vision, and like they're
Yeah,
seeing all the.
for
Um,
sure.
and then I'm also using minor illusion. So every
Yeah.
time that Warren hits like a beat, like
Uh-huh.
if there's a silver outline that stays when he moves on to the next thing. So it's like
Ooh.
it's like a like how in stop or
Yeah.
like sometimes
Stop motion.
in
Yeah,
yeah,
stop
stop
motion
motion, right?
animation. Yeah.
Kind of, but so every time he hits a thing, there's like a thin silver outline that stays
That's awesome.
behind as he moves on to the next thing. So it just emphasizes his
Yeah.
beat.
That's
As
very dramatic, and the
yeah,
crowd is eating it up.
right. And then
They're
yeah,
they're
I'm
they're trying to clap like a bad choir
is
behind
there
all
Everybody's
this.
off temp.
No, they're
uh,
clapping like a church service on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
but question is there is like were there musician like how's the music happening?
There's musicians. They actually occupy the stage that you were previously introduced as a group on. Um, and they are like a lute, a harpist, and a flautist. So it's a pretty jaunty little tune.
Yeah, well then I'm also like so when I can I'm just gonna use like prestidigitation
Uh-huh.
to add a bass drum beat
Ooh.
to everything.
Okay.
So it's like we're getting to like nightclub levels kind of. Right? dun, 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 like just like I'm making this
Yeah.
crystal rattle and whatnot. But
this
so.
is
That
this is Riker's
that
jam, man.
what's the current one? Baby Turn the Lights Off, just by Kato, just you've seen it. Those of us who are chronically online. It's yeah. You are killing it. Why don't you roll a performance check or an arcana check
I was going to ask if
to
it could be Arcana because it's
yeah,
all about
for
doing the
you.
magic at the right moments and whatnot. So,
Uh-huh. Roll me an arcana.
all right, Arcana. I want to use one of my inspirations and reroll.
Go right ahead.
All right, that's better. That's a 24.
Okay. Yes. So you managed to balance multiple L's at once. Like your little fingies are jazz handing all over this place. And the spirit fingers, if you know, you know, um
He's got spirit fingers.
are going wild. So you don't lose track of one incantation just to start the somatic component of another. You manage to keep both lanes of traffic going at the same time. So good job. Anything else you wish to do?
No, I think I'm pretty occupied at the moment.
Okay. Red is just waiting on Lytle to give him the word, so he's just chilling. Um, Rorn, what would you like to do?
Dance, baby.
So Roran is going to,
Dance monkey.
keeping into the beat,
Yeah.
he's going to break out a slightly more, one would say, aggressive, in
Mhm.
that he's doing a dance that is a bit more kind of heels against the floor, where the emphasis is less on your movements and kind of more about, not like river dance, but like the ones where it sounds very good because the heels are keeping time with the beat in a
Yes.
certain way while there
Sure.
is a dance happening. So he's kind of
Like
trying to
stomp?
break one of those out.
You're like jigging slightly.
Oh, it's not like stomp.
Please
No,
don't be like
not quite that level, but it's using the heel of the foot to kind of do a slightly more aggressive.
yeah. I'm
But
with you.
we're not going full haka yet.
Gotcha.
Check the chat.
Oh gosh. The cha-cha. There you go. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's what I see him doing.
Uh-huh. For sure. Oh Lord, he has a gift for this.
All right, so because I made the point of the fact I'm using my heels, would you allow the athletics I have been doing for dancing
Yes, I
in
will
this
allow it.
moment? 26.
Yeah, you are crushing it. In the case of the dance floor, quite literally.
I was gonna say,
There's heel marks.
Yes, so you are pairing up this dance floor. Little Miss, whatever her name is like flipping off of your shoulders, like when you do like a deep, like side kind of movement that leaves one leg like long and diagonal. She is striking like some very acrobatic poses on it. It's a whole thing. She is playing off of your energy in a way that is a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, you are finding in yourself a unwitting showman.
mhm. And it's also a small part of me, like, I'm not having fun. I kind of hate that this is what I'm doing, but gosh darn it, am I not going to do the best job?
That's right. Oh yeah, if she can't win in the sense of defeating you, she's going to win in the sense of showing you up.
Mhm.
Um awesome. Anything
So
else you wish to do specifically?
he will gradually, during the course, be moving the dynamic duo closer to the center. So now the
Mhm.
gaze of the audience is now traveling further away from the door.
Yes. I will say you and she make it all the way over here. Um, I'll give you, yeah. And when you do that, because of the significant illusion that Riker has put forth, the guards at this door actually move to like capture a visual point again.
Yay!
Yeah, good job.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
And I guess that is Roran will keep dancing that away. All right, boys,
Wonderful.
get to it.
Genji Kenji, what would you like to do?
Genji's going to go over to Lytle and assist in any way he can.
Awesome.
So the door is open, right? Like he unlocked it.
Yes, it's
Yeah, so
unlocked.
we've gotten to the point where we've got it about an inch open, making sure nobody's on the inside that we have to deal with.
Okay, we observe no one.
You observed no
At
one, or
this
at least
point, we don't
Lytle
hear
did not.
anyone.
Yep.
You can do a check too, though, to make sure if you want.
He rolled a 24.
Okay, at this point in time, I'm actually going to pass just
Okay.
for bonuses on us rogues.
Look in your spells there, buddy.
Spells. Pass without trace.
Uh-huh. Oh, excellent choice.
So,
Go on.
and then I am stealthily going to just slip in the door along the wall, all
Okay.
hidey, sneaky.
Okay.
So, real quick, is Genji smaller than Lytle?
By
I
a
think
couple
we're
of
about the
inches.
same
Yeah.
size.
Okay,
Close.
so
Yeah.
we're close. Yeah,
I
I was
was
just
gonna say-
curious.
Let me double check here.
I don't know. It'd be like background. Yeah.
Aaron's
Lytle's
5'7".
about 5'7", 135 pounds.
5'7", 150.
Yes, we're right there. I'm actually the smaller one.
Apparently. So stealthy. I'm glad I took the pass without trace. That'll be 35.
Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, you pass without trace, you stealth, and you basically disappear from this plane of reality. Good job.
So I enter the room, like fully looking
Yeah.
around. What do I see?
You see the same office that Clovis Tamal greeted you in when you first arrived in this city. It's dark. The candles that had been lit are snuffed. There is a empty but used glass of wine on the desk, and seems pretty put away, and definitely is empty of
I, si-
people.
I signal Lytle to come on in.
Lytle, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
He will enter with stealth, of course, because he doesn't
Yeah,
want to make anybody notice him.
you're right. I'll let you
So,
keep your stealth roll.
okay, he enters with stealth and he looks for any sign that there might be a vault somewhere.
Um, what's her face? Willow rolls in after you. I'm gonna have to let you play theater of the mind for the office portion, and
Fine.
she says, "The vaults aren't here, idiot. We have to crack the safe first, and that will conduct us to the vaults." She gestures at the painting that Clovis Tumal had been studying when he talked to you the first time you were in his office.
Okay. So in his mind, he will look at or he will talk to Genji. Are you good at cracking safes?
Am I good at cracking safes, sir? You do not know what's. I say, you do not know what kind of thief I am, do you?
Lytle chuckles and says, I assume you're the kind that steals.
Uh,
And you get that. I mean, he says it as though it's a kind of like a sarcastic joke, nothing, just to be funny,
Right.
not degrading or anything.
Oh,
But
you hear
then
the sarcasm flowing out of
he
Genji's mouth.
he says, make sure to check that painting for an alarm. But if you're that good, then I shall let you crack that safe.
That will have to be on his next turn. But
Okay, well, I'll tell
we
you
will.
what I'll do then. He's gonna crack the safe. I'm gonna let him crack the safe. I will check for any alarms on that painting if we remove it.
Okay.
Both
I
magical
was going to say,
and physical.
DM, since we're assisting each other, would you allow advantage on these checks?
Absolutely. That's textbook advantage. Go ahead.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Both 2 19s. Which one would you like me to take? Plus
The left
13.
hand one.
Okay, 32.
Nice.
Or no, that's a
Great job.
perception. So it's 29. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You'll survive. So excellent job. You gently run your hands along the edge of this frame between the frame and the wall, and with your like extremely sensitive fingertips and dexterity, you quickly find a wire is strung between this safe door and or rather this concealing portrait and the wall. But it is a straightforward, non-magical wire connected to a alarm. It's not a magical alarm, so to speak. Um, so roll a you or Genji can roll a sleight of hand to disarm it.
Well, I'll roll it because he's going to be focused on the safe. I'm going to get the painting out of his way.
That makes sense.
So we're looking at 16 plus 13 for 29.
All right. Oh, sorry, guys.
Not a problem.
I was up till 2 o'clock. You
Gosh, are we worth that?
I was up till 2 o'clock last night. Yeah. You are worth it, baby. You you feel this wire, you feel the tension of it. You note that because you suppose of its use, it's got just the teensiest bit of give, and that's all you need to know. You snip it and secure it to a nail on the inside of the portrait's frame, and it is no longer a hazard to you. That is your turn, Mr. Lytle. Mr. Riker, back on the dance floor. What are you doing?
I'm just continuing to make both of
Make
both
magic.
of the dancers look really good.
Uh-huh.
I do want to try and spare a glance around to see if just make sure there's nobody that's suspicious or anybody out of place or anybody I need to worry about. So I do want to do
Sure.
perception check.
Yeah, go right ahead. Roll a perception.
Natural 20 for 24.
You because you know the bounds of your own illusion, it almost makes you more sensitive to the things that are not reality of your creation. You look around for suspicious people or even for some of these crossbow uh individuals that Wello implied were in this room. You actually don't see any. And you're pretty dang sure you don't see any. You get the suspicion she might have been bluffing.
All right, I'll pass that along. I'll pass that along to Genji, Kenji, and Lydell
All right.
via the the link that just guys, I don't see anybody that's out of place here. I don't know what that lady told you, but she might have been pulling it out of her behind because it doesn't look like there's anybody here that could do what she was saying. So just keep that in mind if she becomes difficult. I not have a leg to stand on.
Lytle thanks him.
That's it. That's all I have.
Awesome.
Genji
It is
will
now.
think to himself, well, might be a chameleon. one who is meant to look the part.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Someone's cronked up against the wall somewhere and just you remember
Exactly.
how we were in campaign 1? Just that is such a good movie and it's criminally underrated. Like my top 3 are Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and Treasure Planet. Those are like the 3 underrated. Thank you. You get it.
Their animation style was just so good.
I know, and they
And then
can't
they walked
replicate
away.
it with all this, malarkey they're pulling out now.
Funny, you
Now
you
it's all
pulled
bubble faces.
the
Everybody's a
three
bubble.
three animations that I actually like.
I agree. So awesome. Good job. Thank you. It is now Red's turn. Red is going to, casual as you please, enter the office behind the lot of you, and
Just
just
casually.
completely yeah, just doesn't care. And that's part of his charm.
Hmm.
He enters the office and he gets this kind of glazed look in his eyes as he looks in the corner. And you get you get the sense he is seeing beyond the veil, something that only he can see. And he says, Orville Dorhas died somewhere nearby. Not in this office, but near. He's speaking, but I can't hear him. Think if we progress, we can get closer to what he's trying to impart. And that's his turn. Corn, what would you like to do? Also, I'm sorry you're at the bottom of the initiative. I accidentally clicked you in the turn order, and it yanked you out of it, and I don't remember what your initiative roll was.
Technically, I think it was like a 22. However, Rourke is the odd man out of this entire
Okay.
encounter, so it kind of makes sense. So Rourke will be continuing his dancing. However, now that he's gotten a feel, literally, for his sparring partner,
Yeah.
he's going to continue the dance. However, he's going to intentionally shorten his moves. He's going to stay on beat, but he's going to cut his moves by half a second
Oh.
to make it that much harder for her to, if she's as good as she thinks she is, prove it. It's like he knows his body well enough that after he starts fighting someone, it's like, okay,
Hmm.
you think you're something.
Yeah.
Let's see how good you actually are.
It's
All
a
right.
war move. These are war games at this point.
I love
He's
it.
she's using his body for the
It's
dance.
basically a climbing frame. Yeah.
So he's just going to stay on beat, but just make it that much harder. But it's going to be so subtle that unless you know what you're looking at, you wouldn't tell. But she's going to know. That's going to be, unfortunately, a 26.
Yeah. So you adjust your cadence to a different rhythm.
Sorry, 22. 22.
Oh, you adjust your cadence to a different rhythm in this music. And it takes her probably a full measure to catch on. And she hides it well, but you can tell how she is struggling. She struggles in that brief little moment of time to keep up with you. And when she finally does catch back up, there is a gleam of like wicked sort of anger and a begrudging respect. Um, she makes up for it though by putting her foot on your shoulder to basically perform a handstand on one hand off of your head. Like she is a giant feather in a hat that you are wearing. Um,
There's no real malice in Roran's actions. He is literally viewing this as, until you become openly hostile to me,
right.
we're just having a competitive dance, and I'm just
Yes.
we're
She
seeing who's the better dancer here.
Oh, for sure.
Profession-
And you
Professional,
guys are
of
coming
course.
at this very differently, and who knows? Maybe you'll meet in the middle by the end.
Can I say that when she does that and like strikes that pose, can I have like little flares come out behind her so that both of them look like just amazing, like little
Heck yeah.
little like colored like celestial bursts. Let's just like some red, some green, some blue, some purple, just
Oh
coming
yeah.
out, popping out behind them.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You accent every movement of this duo uh, quite dynamically.
And we'll
Um,
continue to move until they're in the exact center of the ballroom, which I think we had a few more feet to go.
yes. Wonderful. You guys take over this dance floor like you own it. And that is
I
your
imagine,
turn.
okay, at the end of
Ah,
my turn, Warren, he's kind of scanning the crowd. Is there at some point near the front, a little pink dressed little girl who's just bouncing up and down, losing her gosh darn mind?
yes. She is, Maribel is front and center. Her grandmother is holding her by the shoulders just to like keep her in front of her and not like to bolt onto the dance floor. But she is like trying to in a incredibly delayed way, imitates like some of the arm movements, and she's even like doing that little kid thing where they try to lift one foot and balance, but she can't quite manage it. And she definitely gets the twirl down though. Her skirt is just a whirling dervish of a article of clothing. She is loving every moment of your performance, and she thinks you're dancing for her.
Warren will make eye contact and just wink.
I was gonna say because now he is.
Oh,
She
yes, he is.
She squeals, not unlike the fangirl menagerie that follows you around the city, and claps her hands with giddy joy, like the little kid she is.
The difference is she's a little kid who's just enamored with you. They were
Yeah,
just.
there's a juxtaposition of the innocent adoration and the feral adoration of all
Yeah,
And
of
one
these
of them
people.
actually deserves Roran's attention and
right.
his
Exactly, exactly. Beautiful. Anything else you wish to do, Mr. Rourn?
negatory.
All right. Genji Kenji, what would you like to do? The painting has been disarmed. The safe is now, the face of the safe is now exposed to you.
Well, I'm going to attempt to crack the safe naturally.
All right.
Sleight of
So
hand.
it's going to be a pretty high sleight of hand. Um, yeah. Roll me your sleight of hand, sir.
Okay. That's that.
You get
Okay,
advantage.
so
Use one of your thingies. Your role playing thingy. I want this to work.
yeah, hold on.
Inspiration.
Or you could go with a solid, true success by utilizing, I think it's 3 or 5 of
Oh,
them.
you could.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I don't. I was just about to ask you which one is
three.
it for the
I'll pull it up for you.
Five is a critical success.
Yep.
3 is a crit hit.
Oh, okay.
Do we have enough?
Do I have enough?
Yes. No, scroll down.
No, it's other. Here we go. And yes, I do.
Okay. It's up to you if you want to. The DC is 29. I will let you roll it before you decide.
I'll just burn the 5 for the auto crit.
Awesome. Please remove 5. We have our first
No,
cash
no, no,
in,
no, no.
friends. We have
Times
our first
2.
best role player slash inspo cash in of the whole campaign. Great job, sir. This you feel like fate bends to your will. And in the moment you put your lockpicking tools in this keyhole orifice, you feel success before it even clicks open. Um, the safe opens. And out of it spills a handful of lights that form 4 different runes in front of your face. It's almost like cardinal points on a compass, north, east, south, and west. And they are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hmm.
You should probably ask the
Um,
girl what the number vault is.
I'll look toward Willow with a inquisitive look.
She has been picking her nails and says, "Oh, right. Hit 4."
Okay, I do that.
And the light of the rune grows and swells and engulfs the entire room in light. And you guys, let me pull you to the other map.
Did anybody shut the door?
Show didn't.
Woohoo!
And
Uh,
you guys, I had no idea how many of you were coming. It's not Riker, he's here. It's not Red is here. Lytle is here. Roran is not. And boom. So ignore these 3. They're coming into play in a minute. You guys come into you teleport essentially through the face of this safe into Maul's office into a large underground series of rooms. And you look down, and your feet are on a teleportation rune, which is on a raised sort of plinth, and it has little steps leading down to a worn carpet. Um, you see, basically on either side of you, if you were facing like how this map should be oriented, which is the long way, it would be to your left and to your right would be a series of what looks to be a lot of different vaults. They are not vaults in the traditional solid door sense. They are all the front. The front wall of each of these would be basically like prison bars, and you can see into them to see the contents. Um, Immediately, though, at the end of this long red carpet, you notice there is another teleportation circle, and I will let Lytle roll with advantage, and Red is going to be granting him the advantage as Red squints at this teleportation circle and says, "That is that what I think it is?" So Lytle
one
roll.
question.
Yes,
Sorry,
dear.
one. Genji has one question for DM and one
Yes.
comment before we
Okay.
continue.
All right.
One, the question
Mhm.
is the telepathic link still connected to the rest of the party?
Doesn't it work up to a mile or something?
Something around that, yes.
Yeah. Yes, you are still connected telepathically.
Okay. 2, comment internally as he looks toward Lytle and Red. Did we just split the party?
If you said that, Lytle will have said, "Why, yes, I do believe we did."
Oh Lord. This group. No, Red does not have locate object. I just checked his character sheet. We miss you, Red. Come back, Brandon. Brandon, come back. Okay. So Willow, who had up until now been by her lonesome, uh, grasps her necklace with the 3 charms on it and speaks a command word to each one. And out of these charms pop change layer tokens. 3 friends of hers: a gnome, a human, and an elf. About time, boss, says the gnome. He's like stretching. Um, the elvish woman just readies her light crossbow and eyes the three of you suspiciously. I thought we were only down one. Why are these two here? And Willow holds up a hand and says, they had to come along. I'm sure we'll find usefulness for them. We have a long way to go. The elvish lady kind of chews her inner lip and doesn't say anything. And the human uh, draws a sword and just looks dutifully at Willow as if waiting for her to lead the way. What would y'all like to do? We're going to break initiative for just a second here.
Well, first off, wasn't Lytle supposed to roll something?
I forget already. Were you? Sorry.
Yeah, at advantage from what Red said.
Oh, right. Yes, you were supposed to roll perception. I apologize. I
Okay.
lost the plot just that fast, which is
Um,
sad because it's my plot.
So it was a 16 plus 10 is a 26.
Yeah, you recognize this glowing rune circle at the end of this carpet. That is a teleportation circle, like a real teleportation circle, not one that transports you a few feet underground. This one can transport you dang near anywhere if you know the coordinates.
Hmm. Well, he'll let everybody know about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks over at Willow and says, "What else would you like for us to do, my dear?"
She pulls a device that looks sort of like a compass out of her pocket, opens it, and a little glowing orb kind of rises above the face of this compass. And it begins to pulsate. And she moves in a slow circle kind of around this room and whoopsies until she distorts reality and goes like funhouse mirror until the pulses get the strongest and fastest of this little orb of light in this direction. And she says, this way. Her crew falls into line, shamelessly turning their backs to you as if they are not afraid of you. Let's jump above ground really quick to see how old Rorn and them are doing. I'm gonna move you guys. Oops. I'm gonna move you. Actually, you're all over there. You're fine. Riker, let's see what would you like to do. So the first song is starting to come kind of to an end. They've reached their. I'll answer that question in just a minute, Dennis.
Okay.
The just by the way the music sounds, you can tell the song is probably 10 seconds from coming to conclusion. What would you like to do to perhaps prolong excuse me, this illusion?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless
Sorry.
Bless you.
All right, Stephanie, who was that question to?
To you,
Me?
my dear. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was so broken up with sneezes. So the song is about to come to a conclusion. You can tell by the way the music sounds. What would you like to do to potentially prolong it, or uh, roll the audience's attention into the next spectacle?
Um, I think what I would do is I would, um, as they strike their final pose, like make a big deal, flash, flash, flash.
Yep.
Um, and then, um, uh, okay, I'm going to, uh, minor image, a chest with gold, and say, all right, you've seen what they can do. 100 gold to anyone that thinks they can beat that.
Um, oh goodness. So let's go ahead and let Rorn do his final kind of move, and we will see how the audience responds to that invitation. Rorn, what would you like to do?
So Rorn is going to as much as he can pull out the stops for the finale, he's going to pull out the stops for the finale.
Uh-huh.
Not to make it difficult for but it's go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Leave them with their jaws on the floor. So
So
he's going
yeah, go ahead.
to try and time it where his arm would be going up at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and then the last second, he's going to drop it
Mm-hmm.
and turn so that she should be coming down where the arm would be,
Yeah.
and then he moves the arm,
Uh-huh.
and then is going to definitely take the other arm as the finishing thing to catch her.
Ooh. Okay.
And that
All
is
right.
like, then do the big strike pose, power move on top.
All
And
right.
celestial burst go like it's Las
Yes.
Vegas.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Excellent job. Yeah. Roll me your final athletics check, Mr. Rorn, just to make sure that you do catch this poor woman and don't dump her on the floor.
I rolled a 24 for Arcana for the big magical part of it.
Thank you.
23.
Okay. Yeah, you catch her. It's probably not the most solid catch of all of this dance, but you catch her and you don't let her fall. Um she drapes like a scarf over your arm in that kind of dramatic, like, legs in the shape of a four sort of pose, and she basically looks like a monkey hanging off of the handlebars, or the monkey bars of your arm. So you look like you have a sudden ornamentation hanging off of your arm. You strike your pose, the audience gasps, and riotous applause erupts from the crowd around this dance floor. But none louder than little Miss Maribel, who is jumping up and down, her ribbon streaming behind her. And Lady Isolde is trying desperately to keep her from running towards you and also clap herself. So you did an excellent job in the eyes of at least two. Um, Little Miss Bendy disengages from your arm, lands on her feet, and with, again, a begrudging sort of respect, extends her hand to you in a handshake.
We're going to take it, and with just the slight amount of pressure, like the respectful
Mm-hmm.
handshake. I'm
Uh-huh.
not going to hurt her, but I'd say, no, respect.
Aw. Um,
She can try and kill me later, and Ward will dismember her, but at least for now.
right. Yeah, you.
I'm
This
gonna
nice
have that hand later, but for
Yeah,
now,
No,
yeah. That's too funny. She grins at you, walks off the dance floor. You walk off the dance floor as well, I assume.
Ward makes a beeline. Where's Tumult?
Tamal, hang on, has been sitting at the corner of this dance floor, enraptured, the same as the rest of the audience. And do you want to go towards him?
Yes, so Rord will, after the end of the dance, make his way over to Tumult. Is it Tumal or Tumult?
It's Tumal.
Tumul.
Yeah.
So Rord will move over to Tumal.
Wonderful. The crowd responds to Riker's invitation to try to show up these two very athletic dancers, and a couple of couples take to the floor in almost like comical inadequacy. Um, this gets the crowd laughing and draws their attention almost as much as the prowess of the previous winners of this unofficial dance battle. and you sense that you have the audience's attention for a little while longer. Do you have anything you wish to say, Rorn, to Tamal?
Roran will come up to Tamal and you certainly know how to throw a party.
Well, a party's nothing without guests like you. He punches you in the arm in a friendly sort of way and immediately bruises his knuckles. Ah, uh, fantastic job.
Ow.
You have done so much for me and my compatriots. I wish to, in this moment, return a little more of the favor to you.
How so, my friend?
When we first came in, you said that one of your customs is the Kesha Valul, the scars.
Ah, yes. Our city's most beloved tradition.
As a sign of respect for mine, I would wish to impart a proverb to you as a further payment.
Have you heard of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No, he will say, have you heard the legend of the celestial purgators? And we will
Uh,
pull there for this round of
yes.
initiative.
I will absolutely let you tell the entirety of that beautiful tale in pieces over the course of
So
the next few rounds.
mentally, he will then say, like, dance done, tumult personally being distracted.
I just want to comment that I'm making it like disco in here. Like
All
we're doing
right.
a forest disco theme, like thump
Oh
thump
yeah.
thump thump thump, and the lights and like
Everybody's
I
doing
love it.
this.
In the shadows, you're just kind of going,
yeah.
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Sorry, no.
Absolutely.
Oops.
DJ Riker in the house.
Yeah. Yep. But
The
instead,
nobles
tune is
go
our
wild.
magic. Magic.
Meow 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 meow.
Oh my
Love it so
God.
much.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Thank you for your participation. Now let's go underground again. Lytle, Red, and Genji, or so we think. I assume y'all fall in line behind this group of thieves.
That kind of depends.
Yeah.
It depends on what Red is seeing.
Oh,
Going
right.
back to
Red.
my question.
So Red's eyes go unfocused again, and he winces a little bit as Willow kind of crosses the threshold of this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if she walks through something that only he can see. And Red gives you a knowing look and nods at you.
So then Lytle in telepathy in the head says says
Breathe.
Red, Red, if your man can get us to that fort, then we can make it look like the Red Hands were here and we can kill two birds with one stone tonight.
It's like, I like the way you think.
That was a great impression of Brandon's voice.
I did my
Yeah,
best.
it really was.
Thank you.
It really was.
I pulled deep for that. Thank you.
I, I I had to stop and think if that was Brandon or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Brandon's been kicked
Oh.
in the nards if it is. That's awesome. All right, so you guys fall in line behind this crew.
Yeah.
Willow, with her compass, reaches the kind of center of these. By the way, these dark points are not just pits; they're pillars. Um, they're like holding up the structure above. This is very clearly the lowest floor, or so you think, of the government building. In this city, you would hazard there's probably no safer place. Makes you wonder what other kind of treasures might be hidden down here. And you remember her telling you you could take something as a token of gratitude. The question is, what will you find and what will you take? You never did ask her what she was here for, though, I don't think. Did you,
No,
Lido?
no.
Okay. The human man looks over Willow's shoulder and says, "You'd think it would be putting off a stronger signal than that." And she says, "Maybe it's behind, a few inches of stone. There's limitations to these things."
That's when Lido will probably say something like, if you let me know what you're looking for, maybe I can help."
Willow looks over her shoulder at you and says, "Huh," and just goes back to doing what she was doing. um,
Piggybacking off of Lytle's comment, I was going to say Genji will whip his head over as if hearing a calling card, be like, "Did someone say find something? Finding treasures is my specialty." I do say.
and she looks at you and says, "And exactly where is your pedigree from?"
My dear, if thieves were notorious, we would not be very good thieves now, would we?
She just gives you a nonplussed look and says, "Fine. We're looking for half of a broken staff."
Only half, huh?
"Yes, but it's distinct in that it looks like a human spine."
Okay.
And as far as we know, from the intelligence we've gathered and from the magically calibrated seeking tool we have here, she gestures at the compass in her hand, it's here. The question is, where?
Hmm.
Are you gonna go searching?
So
Very well then. And yes, Genji will look around briefly.
Okay.
I'll just do a quick perception check here.
Yeah.
21. He's
not
he's
looking
kind of
hard.
nah, he's not. He's just kind of
With how
brisking.
with how these vaults are all arranged, you get the sense you're going to have to look into them individually to get even a prayer of glimpsing this thing. Willow rolls her eyes and proceeds down this corridor with her crew in tow. Would y'all move your own tokens if you can? I just don't want to
Yeah,
have to do it.
to be fair, I think telepathically, Genji and Lydell are going to communicate with one another.
Hmm.
I don't fully. I say I don't fully trust this one. We're going to play coy, even if we find this item. Let's pretend we don't find it.
Well, I gotta say that you have more trust in that one than I do. And if we do find it, it will be hidden very, very quickly. And we will be getting out of here, but we'd have to get that fork. See if there's anything that you can find on any one of these that will that we can take off of them without them noticing, to make it so that when we leave here, that piece is stuck in here and the red hands are shown to have been down here.
I can work on that.
Um, is it Lytle's turn now?
Yes.
Okay. I want to know something real quick. Is this one here?
Mhm.
Can Lytle perceive whether or not that is a rogue or a fighter or something like that, or what they are?
Yes. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 16 plus 10 is 26.
She's carrying a lot of the same weaponry and is actually wearing the same kind of level of armor that you are. You get the feeling if she has your skill set, she probably has your skill set or else is not far off from your skill set.
Okay. Um, would it be too much in this turn for Lytle to do the same for the other two?
I will let you roll one check for all of them, and we'll just let that 26
Okay.
roll. Um, the halfling, who's this one,
Yeah.
um, has a lot of tattoos on his face and this general kind of grungy air. Um, he's got a pair of scimitars across his back. Um, he could be just about anything in terms of his fighting style goes, but uh, he is, smaller than a lot of the warriors you've encountered in this campaign, so you think you could take him. And the human man, who has not spoken much other than to Willow, um, looks almost. He's got a bow strapped to his back. Um, and there is a particular callus pattern on his fingers that make it seem like he's drawn a lot of arrows across that bow.
So with that, Lydell will share that with the group, and especially with Genji, and tell him that the easier mark may be the man or the halfling. Don't bother with Elf. She's a rogue just like us. Probably close to the same skill set. She'd know.
Okay, so we just need to find it first.
And then he will let Red know that so Red never told him whether or not he still sees Orville, did he?
He gave you like a knowing look, I
Okay.
believe.
So Lydell will ask Red if there's any way that he can communicate the fact we need this fork, and if the Orville can show us where it is, and then
Red,
we can get out of here.
yeah, Red hears your mental query and makes a face of like focus and consideration and says mentally, I mean, I can try. And he will spend his turn kind of falling back a little bit so that the rest of the crew can't see. And you see him focus intently on a space, basically right in front of him. And you hear his lips moving as if he's talking softly to someone who isn't there. And as you do, roll me a perception check, if you please.
29.
You see the corner of his robes lift in a rhythmic fashion as if someone has grasped a handful and is tugging, like a little child. It's almost at like hip level.
Mm-hmm.
And Red unconsciously kind of glances down, and you can read his lips distinctly when he says two words, not now.
Okay.
Um, but then he has a moment of revelation, and he looks down at whatever it is that's tugging his robes invisibly and says, actually, and he proceeds to have like a moment with this whatever it is. It's as if he's asking whatever this is to intercede on his behalf with the very dead Orville.
Okay.
Um, let's jump back upstairs real fast. Um, give me a few more lines of your tale there, Rorn.
I'm gesturing Tamal over towards the table for a beverage to replenish his wine. He will. You know that I am Azamar, and there are many myths and legends unique to Azamar culture. This is one I'm going to share with you. In ages past, once there were the celestial beings, whose radiance and brilliance so numerous and vast, they became the very night sky. And while there was harmony for a time, a comet came, slowly but surely. It gathered multitudes in its wake to challenge the order of night, and thus war came to the heaven. Division that the reformed of constellations occurred without notice to the night sky beyond. Yeah, good, or keep going for a little more.
That's a great place to pause. Riker, what are you doing in this moment, other than running a banging club?
Having the time of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I did want to kind of circle my way around so I can kind of. I want to eventually. I want to slowly work my way over. That I'm running things from back here. Keep my eye out on the door.
All right. You notice the door is still ajar.
I'm gonna send that message. Hey, Dumbos, you left the door open.
What would y'all? I'll let you respond. I'll. Who would like to respond?
Lyda will just send back. That's so that we can get out faster.
He won't get out at all if somebody notices the door is freaking open.
Keep them from noticing, my young friend.
Putting a lot on my shoulders.
You're the
If that
big
door
man
remains,
right now.
if that door remains open and those guards return to their posts, you're gonna have a problem. Riker, what would you like to do about it?
Can I use catapult to whiz a uh like something small, like a ball bearing that I have,
Uh-huh.
and to knock the door closed and try and time it to with the thumps of my club?
Yes, you may. I will
I love it.
I will probably make that be a dexterity check, just so you can, in fact, depart the catapult ball bearing at the timing that you require.
Not using that. I'm definitely going to try one more inside.
Right?
Okay. I get like sleight of hand to that.
It's just a straight dex check. Because there's no finesse to this, it's just timing.
Well, there is finesse because I am trying to do it stereotypically, subtly, and I'm trying to get it to be the timing. I feel like this is perfect for a sleight of hand.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 14 on the die.
Uh-huh.
So with my dex, it's a 17, but if I get a sleight of hand, it's a 21.
What are you griping about? 17's great. Good
We'll
gosh.
have the freaking DCs at like 25, so don't tell me that.
That's your hill to die on. No,
To be fair, she's only putting the DC at 25 for those of us rogues that like maxed out everything and roll in the 30s
Yeah.
and 40s.
No, she's doing that to me too, and sometimes, and I can't hit all of those because I did not min max. I went for the story.
I told you explicitly to min max in the session 0 of this campaign. I can't help
That's
you.
nice. I couldn't min max, and I could not min max and do what I wanted to do. So
That's
I
fine.
don't do what.
17 will do. Thank you. Good gosh. The ball bearing plinks off the door and gives just enough kinetic energy to shut it. At least from your viewpoint, you're pretty sure it's closed. Um, the ball bearing rests on the floor, and if you don't have anything else you would like to do, that is your turn.
Okay, for now that's it.
Awesome. We will jump back downstairs. Kind of enjoying this two-part. Maybe splitting the party is the answer, guys. So Willow comes to the end of this hallway and uses a little pocket mirror to peer around the corners. And she makes a frowning face and says, "Garu, you're up." And halfling guy scrambles up next to her, takes the mirror, peers around, and says, "Oh." And promptly, like, you can't do it from here because you're in my DM screen side, turns invisible. And you hear the tap, 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 tap of his little feet because he's not necessarily trying to be stealthy. He just doesn't want to be seen. And you hear him tap, 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 tap down over to here. You hear the subtle scraping of lockpicks. And then you hear a clink as something is disarmed. And you hear tap, 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 tap. And another scraping, another pause. Clink! And then tap, tap, tap. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Dunk! And just as you hear the kunk sound, he goes, "Oh." And then you hear a humming sound. And it's loud. Um,
Hmm.
you see a bright glow in this hallway, and it's like a bluish light. You don't see precisely what's happening because you're not near like the entrance to this hall. And you hear Garu start yelling. And then the yelling gets very quiet, very fast. And then you hear him collapse to the ground as whatever this trap is knocks him unconscious. Willow winces and kind of pinches the bridge of her nose in despair and is like, "Well, he was my best lockpick. Which of you would like to try?"
Lido looks over at her and says, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling like picking a lock right now."
She kind of grinds her teeth at you and glares.
I guess Genji will reluctantly step up.
Something occurs to you as you step up. You look down at your own skin and you look around at the walls. You are a pretty dang good color match for whatever the rock is this place is comprised of. Since you can't roll invisibility, I will let you roll stealth with advantage instead.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so that's just going to be an automatic 10. 23.
You kind of slide around the corner of this wall and you press yourself against it, even as far as pressing against the trap that had been previously disarmed. And you see Garu's very still, small little body on the ground. Um, you'd have to roll a check to see if he's breathing. And you see the trap that he was trying to disarm when he met his fate, whatever that fate may be. Um, you can. Oh, what happened? Whew, don't know what that was. You can roll a sleight of hand to disarm this trap. If you fail, you're going to meet his fate.
Well, hold on. You broke up. Say again.
Sorry about that. I clicked a button. You can roll a sleight of hand to disarm this trap. If you fail to do it, you're going to meet the same fate as Garu.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Will
But
you
bear in
allow me
mind,
to roll
I
roll a
reward.
perception check just to see if he's still breathing?
Yes, you may roll a perception check to see if Garu is breathing.
Take a second glance before I even attempt this thing.
Yep.
26.
He's breathing. He doesn't look happy about it.
Okay, at least I know I won't die. I will communicate my findings to Lytle. As far as I know, that's the only person I'm communicating to at the moment, I
Uh-huh.
think.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't really have it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in.
What'd you do?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so out of curiosity,
Yeah.
the when observing her colleague try to disarm the trap or whatnot, is this a mechanism that I could by chance trip and remain tripped with a soul blade?
Interesting. Roll me a Arcana check.
Oh, great. Oh, please, digital dice, do not screw me over on this one. Oh, 19 on the die for 22.
There
Oh,
you go.
heck yeah. Um, you get the sense where physical lockpicks might have failed. Perhaps the dissonance that your blades introduce would succeed.
Okay, so having that thought in mind, I'm going to back up about 5 feet.
All right, move your doodad.
Yep. So yes, I'm going to move back about 5 feet to just kind of
Yep.
get out of range,
All right.
and you just see a little knife come into existence and get flipped
Nice.
into the
Roll
trap.
me roll me a attack roll with your side blade.
All right, that's good. Nah, I've got too many layers on here.
I know. Tell me about it.
26.
You actually ricochet this off of one of the bars across the safe, like basically right in front, or across the vault in front of the trap. You land the side blade perfectly in the mechanism, and you hear that sweet, sweet clunk of a trap interrupted.
Nice. Okay.
You say out loud, "Nice." And Willow says, "Is it done?"
I poke my head around the corner and I'm like, after you.
She flicks her hair as she walks past you and spends a moment kind of waving the compass at this first vault. It's full of some really strange looking urns, a couple chests, some shelves and bureaus. Nothing that seems terribly important on the face. And she moves to the next one, um, stepping over Garu unceremoniously, and waves the compass at this vault. And the pulsing light above the compass's face is getting faster and a little bit brighter. And she says, "We're getting close." And her team move in behind her. Lytle, are you going to go looking for Red? Because he hasn't said anything in a hot minute.
Yeah, he's gonna come back here and see what's going on with Red.
Red seems to be having a full blown conversation with something at hip level that you can't see.
So, if I may, Genji is going to circle around. Wait, let me. Out of. Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay, out of curiosity, this wall right here, is that a wall that would prevent me from coming around like this way or
Yes, that is a solid wall.
oh, okay. Well, in that case, I will linger behind them
Uh-huh.
just to observe at this time.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do?
Okay, so my blade is still visible and it's still stuck in the trap, right?
Correct.
Okay. As a held action, if I may,
Uh-huh.
as soon as she locates that, as soon as the medallion locates which vault the
Yeah.
staff is in,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to dismiss with the blade.
Oh, okay. She moves along here. Now, if we were playing normally, this vault right here would not be visible. I would be able to have some like stuff in place to make it not obvious.
Right.
Okay,
Um,
so it's not there.
it's here's the thing. It's there, but you don't notice it. Okay, work with me.
We don't know
Right.
it yet.
I will let. Who would like to like come along this way? Are you coming with them a little bit, Genji? At least up this hall, just a touch.
Well, I don't want to get in. I will go as far without getting within the trap's range when the blade is dismissed.
Okay.
But it's going to be dismissed in a way where it's like, oh, it must just timed out or something.
Right. Uh-huh. I get where I'm picking up what you're putting down. As you come around this corner and you get a little bit closer, you notice that in this wall right here is set a large mirror. Now, this wouldn't necessarily be of note to you, except that roll me a perception check.
All right. Mm, 21.
Inscribed above this mirror is a sentence that says, "Only the selfless and blind to vanity may enter." And you notice with a 21 that there's a weird kind of arrangement to these two rooms adjacent to this seen but not seen space. It's almost as if this mirror is a door to a hidden room
Okay, duly noted.
As you stare
Currently thinking
into
none of
this
us can enter this door.
as you stare into this mirror, you see crescent moon sort of float as if on the surface of rippling water across its surface. And you feel that cool night breeze blow up the back of your neck as if Seluna is making herself known. You haven't heard from the goddess who picked you in a while, but you get the sense she's trying to impart some manner of importance to this mirror.
I'll take this opportunity to go ahead and dismiss my blade.
Okay, let me pull up the right page. There we go. You dismiss the blade, but the blade actually damaged the mechanism enough that the trap does not go off.
Nuts.
Willow notices the blade disappear as she's turning around at that exact moment, and her eyes snap to you.
Hey,
Her
my blades
having
have a time limit. What can I say?
performance issues. Typical. And
I will hits the pride a little bit, but I'm going to ignore it.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say that's
Hmm.
wow. You.
And telepathically communicate to Lydell. Houston, we have a problem.
Lytle is trying to pull Red essentially out of the nether. Red looks at you, and his eyes actually focus on you, Lytle, and says, Oroville keeps talking about a mirror.
Lytle will repeat what he's saying to Genji because he wants to make sure that we're all in part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as that's said to Lytle repeats it back to Genji.
Well, I do say that is quite a coincidence as we are all in front of a mirror right now.
Red, my friend, Genji says that there's a mirror right up where he's at.
But there is a slight issue.
What would that issue be?
I read the runes telepathically to Lytle.
What were they again?
Only the selfless and blind to vanity may enter.
Well, Lytle's blind to vanity. He doesn't care about that.
Right.
But he's definitely not selfless.
It's something of a riddle, if you couldn't guess.
Yeah. He's just trying to think. Um,
Oh, Genji's staying as far away from, not literally, but like staying as far away because he does not meet that description whatsoever.
You get the impression it's not necessarily literal, as these
Yeah.
things tend to be.
Lytle's thinking about that, and he says, "Well, definitely can't. It's not that you want to use the mirror to make yourself pretty, but the selfless part I got to figure out." And he tells Red, "Follow me. Let's see if we can figure this out together."
Red goes, huh? Right. And proceeds to follow you. Lytle, move your token.
I did.
All right. Red is following you. He's having a hushed toned exchange with something just outside of your visual assessment. He's doing creepy grave stuff. but you're kind of used to it at this point. Willow is going to casually, almost too casually, disarm this trap herself, and it actually thuds off the wall, and she gives you a look and proceeds to move past you. We're almost there. So Red is going to sidle up to this Garu guy and pull out a healing potion and glug 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 it into his mouth. And Garu pops back up.
Lytle's like,
Play.
what did you just do that for, Red?
And Genji's kind of looking at him with the same look, like, what?
Because I'm already talking to two ghosts and I don't want to consult a third.
See if there's something on him that you can pull off that shows the red hand was here without him knowing.
Red hears you say that silently, telepathically,
Yeah.
and gets a gleam in his eye of mischief. And as he's doing the glug 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 into this guy's mouth, he actually puts a hand in his pocket and pulls out a glove with a red palm.
Perfect.
And he pockets this glove, finishes healing this guy. Garu pops up and looks suspiciously towards Red and says, "I never asked you to help, but thank you." And he totters off behind his party and says, "Y'all were just gonna leave me?" And proceeds to bless them all out from this 4-point junction while y'all are kind of left in this hallway by yourselves with the mirror, at least for now.
That's when Lytle walks to the mirror.
All right. You see your
And
reflection.
He's looking at the mirror. Does he see the same glyphs that Genji would have seen? Can he even
Yeah.
read them?
The same text in plain common that says, "Only the selfless and blind to vanity may enter."
Can he do an insight check on what that might mean?
Sure.
Okay. How about 15 plus 2 for 17?
There is a single word that this whole sentence hinges on.
Okay.
Not in literal grammatical sense,
Right.
but it's the
Do
least obtuse of the words in this sentence.
Can he I guess, does that allow him to know what the word is that it hinges on?
Sure, the word is blind.
Okay.
I was trying to lead you to water. Sorry.
The word is blind. You have to be selfless and you have to be blind to vanity. Lytle shuts his eyes and starts to walk towards the mirror. Because the worst that can happen is he'll bump into the mirror and stop.
Right. You actually pass right through.
Woohoo! Now.
And as you do, you trip because you're not looking
Yeah.
over the skeleton of a man on the floor who has his hands outstretched against what would be the other side of this mirror. And you see before you a handful of casks of a very, what you seem to note, an old vintage, very particular vintage. A desk with some scrolls and some stuff on it. A throne that is the most ornate, beautiful throne that you've ever seen. You wonder why it's being stored here. And in the center of the room, on a plinth, surrounded by the glow of a magical barrier, a tuning fork.
I will absolutely after he falls, and they all hear him swear slightly in his
Yeah.
mind.
Uh-huh.
Something you don't normally hear Lytle do. Um, he tells everybody exactly what he did to get in, and that he found the fork.
Nice. Roll me a quick perception check.
No problem. 16 plus 10 is 26.
Nice. You see the back of this mirror, and there's a pretty complex lock on your side.
Hmm. He tells Genji that there's a pretty complex lock on this side. It might take both of us to pick this thing.
Red is going to say through the bond, I'm going to sit outside in case one or both of you needs rescuing.
Lionel says, "Good idea." He will because he wants to make sure that Genji has enough room to get in. If Genji's coming in, he
Mhm.
will go over to the fork and look to see what he has to do to get the fork out of wherever it is.
All right. Roll me an Arcana.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Dirty 20. Nice job.
Yeah.
Do you inherently understand this is a glyph of protection? This is meant to keep any hands from touching this object or for it to be moved.
And I have no way of taking that apart.
You do have a friend upstairs, though,
Who
who
does?
might be able to grant you some insight. Let's take a quick moment. Sorry I've ignored you this long, guys. Back to the gala floor. Riker, or rather, I'll let Riker hang out for a minute. Rorn, give me a few more lines of your grand tale.
At this point, we've made it to the buffet table. Roran has taken one of the wine goblets and is pouring as he continues the the story. However, one star among the comet's orbit saw exactly what had been ushered in, what it had helped create. It led a revolt against its former allies to circumvent that which had created through destruction, an attempt to correct cosmic disturbance. However, its numbers were few, and these stars found themselves no longer welcomed by the bodies it arose with, nor the sky it helped to rewrite in the comet's name, trapped between the beyonds as nothing more than purgators.
Um, Riker, what would you
Yep.
like to do in this moment to kind of influence the attention of this audience? The couples that have attempted to one up Roran and them have collapsed breathless to the floor with laughter. You sense that the wine is rather strong at parties like this and have dismissed themselves from the dance floor. Um, the attention to dancing in such a way as to one up Roran is fading. And now people are just getting loosey goosey on the dance floor.
Well, I want to pick up that. I want to move myself over and subtly pick up that my ball bearing really
Okay.
fast. I'll use my malleable illusion trick just to make the shadows really deep over here. So I'll kind of slip into the shadows.
Okay.
Pick it up, head back. But for now, I'm just going to encourage status quo because I think
Okay.
that I don't want to do anything too flashy until like we need to get them out.
Yeah.
Right now, they should be good. Nobody will notice that at the door closed. If the guards go back, it's fine. It's just when we get them, when they need to come back out, that we'll need to get really creative again.
Okay.
So, yep.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Uh, one of the guards departs his post at the dance floor and realizes he's kind of been a little slack and kind of bustles back over to where he had been stationed. And with a whistle, summons his partner back to his location as well. And they kind of sheepishly resume their posts. Back underground. Lytle, would you like to talk to Riker about what you see in front of you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking about that.
Nice.
Lido will telepathically tell Riker what he sees,
Uh-huh.
and ask him for any insight, any help that he can give him on how am I going to get this thing out of here, so that I can actually get it out of here, because it doesn't need an alarm. I can't move it.
Yeah. Can I roll an Arcana?
Yes. And Lytle, what is the modifier? Roll me a charisma check. Just a straight charisma check as an expression of your sorceress aberrant mind abilities to project the rune that you're seeing through the bond to Riker.
A nat 20 plus 2.
The rune floats up in Riker's mind as if he was conjuring it himself. A rare show of your mental prowess, Lytle.
Thank God for that dice.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled like crap. I only rolled a 16.
Okay. So
Can I
you
give
see,
him one of my inspos to reroll?
I'll let you give him advantage instead.
Okay.
That's worse.
Oh.
You have all those inspos to use. You could just nail it automatically if you wanted.
Already used 2 today, though.
I mean,
Oh.
use the 5.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I want to use that because we got a big fight coming up. So, yeah, I'll use another. I'll use one of my inspirations to try reroll.
All right.
Come on. All right, that's better. That's 27.
That'll do. This is one of those runes that seems tough on the face, but could actually be one of the easiest if you are brave to disarm. It requires using the tip of a knife to scratch through one of the rune's lines, basically disrupting the circuitry of the power. But if it's not done correctly, the trap will go off. And you know that the damage output of this particular trap would probably not just knock out Lytle, it might kill him.
All right. Well, I'll explain all that to him, and I'll be very, very specific about where exactly He needs to put his knife and go through.
Okay. So Lytle, you're
Slide
about
it.
to have your Mission Impossible moment of red
Yeah.
wire, blue wire.
Yeah. What would I have to roll to do this?
Well, Riker has given you the where.
Yeah.
Now you just have to do it. Roll me a sleight of hand. And because Riker told you where, I'll let you have advantage as well.
Okay. I can do that. Another nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
33. Well, it was
It's
nice
like,
because I was able to use 2 dice and
no joke. It's like you've done this before. It's
yeah.
almost as if Riker is doing the whole ghost Patrick Swayze thing at the pottery
Yeah.
wheel. Like his hands are over your hands, and it's this very
Moving my hand over.
this
Yep.
very beautiful moment of teamwork and no homo. And and the power, the glow along the lines of this rune flickers, and for just a moment of stomach sinking concern, you think you failed, and the next thing that's going to hit your face is actually a blast of heat and pain. But no, the rune flickers and fades, and leaves the tuning fork able to be grabbed from this table.
Check
Well, he
out the
grabbed it.
check out the throne too before you leave that room.
Okay.
Curious about-
Before he grabs it, he just does a quick check to make sure there's nothing else that's gonna, come after him. You do know we can see what you're doing.
Piss.
Oh,
It's
and
fine.
if you did
Sure
that,
you knew that.
And I
and
did the thing.
see if there's any scrolls in there for magic stuff too.
Yeah, I was gonna look at those
No.
scrolls.
That's what I wanted. There we go. Sorry, I forgot I'm still visible to y'all. My bad.
Right. The screen is no longer the
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
is
yeah.
no
I'm
longer.
working on it.
Okay.
I'm
I just
working
let
on
you
it.
know.
Yes. Thank
I
you. I
just want to make
appreciate
sure
it.
you knew that.
I know. I
Um,
appreciate you.
anyways, he
Love you,
he
mean it.
he rolled a perception of 26
Uh-huh.
to see if there's anything else that would stop him from just grabbing it and putting it in his bag.
Okay. So you roll a perception check of what again? Sorry.
26.
Okay. As far as you can tell, there's nothing holding this fork to this table. There's nothing magical that's gonna go off.
Okay.
No Indiana Jones moment with the idol.
You get the idea that the majority of what kept this tuning fork safe was its secrecy.
Right.
The only guy who was gonna blab is lying in a skeletal form on the floor of this room.
Yeah.
The real
he
question
goes
is,
ahead. He
who
goes
put
ahead
him
and
there?
takes the fork
Uh-huh.
and puts it in his backpack, and then moves. Whoops, I'm going to the wrong thing. Sorry.
It's okay.
I keep forgetting it's not the stream in front of me. It's the roll 20 I'm actually supposed to be at. He
Right,
comes over
yeah.
here and looks at the scrolls to see what they are.
Uh-huh.
If there's anything there that's magical that he can take.
Okay.
And then he looks at the throne to see what's there.
Okay.
What do you want me to
You
roll?
roll me a history check.
Shoot. Okay. 14 plus 2 is a 16.
Fortunately, they're not hard to see. They're just covered by dust. The many titles of a sovereign.
Hmm.
Supreme
What's this?
Architect, Commander of the Unbreathing Host, Crowned in Agony, Empress Moira.
He he puts those in his backpack.
Puts what in his backpack? Sorry.
The scrolls.
Ah,
I mean,
yeah.
why not?
Why not?
Um, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to get the throne in his backpack, but hey, let's take a look at it and see what the deal is with the throne. Anything important? That's
It
what she
also
says.
has. Uh, was that Riker?
Yeah, wasn't that what you just described on the throne?
Yeah, I was gonna let it ride, but
Oh,
the what I just described as the titles were on the throne. My apologies if I yeah,
okay,
I'm allowing confusion at this point. You're right. Um,
okay.
you can still take the scrolls if you want, but that's not what they say.
But the scrolls, I guess. So the point was, is do the scrolls look like they're important for anything?
Well, probably. You wouldn't
Okay.
know unless you read them.
And I'm not about to sit there and read them, but I'll put them in my backpack.
Okay.
Then the last thing he's gonna do before he goes to that door is he's gonna take one of the shin bones from this guy
Yeah.
because he's gonna give it to Willow as, look, I found your staff.
It's a human spine, not a human shin bone.
Okay, so he goes over and takes a portion of the spine from the
Wow, that's
skeleton.
dark. So
Hey,
staffs are lacquered, and if it's going to behave as a staff, it's not an articulating spine. There's a difference between a raw
yeah,
elvish
okay,
spine and whatever
all
this
right,
staff is.
then
Sorry.
never mind.
I like where your head's at. That would have been hysterical. That's
Does Lytle like express telepathically his intentions as he approaches this body of
Yes,
bones?
he was thinking. That's what he was thinking. He's told you everything that's happened in here,
yeah.
Okay,
including having
no
the fork,
bad
including the
idea.
scroll.
I say, bad juju.
I think Red at the first time is like, Lydell, I will kill you dead a second time if you come out of that room with that man's spine.
Well,
Yeah, red is
well,
not about that desecration,
well,
my
well,
friend.
Red. What happens if I come out of here with the whole skeleton?
Red says your skeleton will be joining him on that floor.
Of course. I mean, at this point, Lydell's kind of
Of
trying to
course.
joke with him.
You're just riling him up at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I am talking to the owner of that skeleton. Please don't desecrate his bones.
All
In
right. All
fact,
right.
if you want to bring all of his bones out, I'm sure he'd appreciate a proper burial.
Could do that, but I don't think I'm gonna fit him in my bag.
Lydell.
Okay. So he decides he's gonna bring him out. But first, he's gonna try to tackle this lock. And
Yeah.
do you want to give everybody else a turn before he goes to that,
Yeah, we'll do
or do we want to
actually
end there?
it's 10 o'clock. This is actually a good point to kind of pause. Um while you have been doing that, Willow and her crew have been at work on the other end of this hall. Um, so just, we'll get updates from them later.
Oh yeah, I have something for them.
So we'll end on Genji Kenji's turn
Okay.
at the top of the order, and then you'll be immediately after them, Lido.
Okay.
Um, thank you all so very much for coming along for this ride. It has been a hilarious episode. Just visualizing Rorn hurling his gigantic body across a dance floor was enough to just give me the warm, tingly Christmas fuzzies. Um, so we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat place. We'll see how this heist that was foisted upon our party will resolve. God bless you all. Have a very Merry Christmas. Leave your Christmas plans in the comments below so that we can share ours. And we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
If you have an idea of what we should do, Leave
Yeah.
that comment as well.
Share your ideas of what you think Lytle and the crew ought do in this situation.
Can't wait.
Joffrey, do you know what a half spine staff looks like?
Mm.
No, I mean you as a player. Don't roll.